Meta Championship Series number 18 is live right now, Saturday, May 4th, 1 p.m. EST, running all day long. We have given away over $39,000. Come join me live at twitch.tv/duellinksmeta. The best players around the world playing the best decks, post-ban list, new box. I'll see you there.
There can only be one winner, and you're looking at him. Let's go.
To start off the week, we had a Meta Weekly with the brand new box, only a few hours out. We also got the top decks page. Let's see the evolution of the meta of what's been happening within the past week or so leading up into what we have today. So starting off, the Neo structure deck came out. We had an 81-person Meta Weekly. Neos not really played too much. Only 5 Neos decks in the entire tournament. And this was about a full week after Neos was released. 3 out of 5 got top 5. And then people were like, whoa, I need to start paying attention to that. So what were the Neos decks that did well in the first big tournament post-Neos? Choo-Choo just dominated so much. Choo-Choo has paved the way on how to play Neos Fusion, Sphere Kribo, Lava Golem, Destiny Draw with Neos Fusion, and also Sazanks. It's like, it's all anti-meta, then beat them down with Elemental Hero Neos. You dump the Bacon Saver, and you have the Neos Fusion to protect your monster. It's crazy. And then after that, we got Miracle Fusion. Well, we didn't get Miracle Fusion itself, but we got Elemental Hero Shining. So I believe people have transitioned this build into Miracle Fusion Summon E-Hero Shining. So let's see if there were any other similar Neos builds here within the top 8. PDS with Beatdown. Interesting build. Showing the power of Neos. People are not really playing the deck like this right now. They're playing more like Choo-Choo's build with Destiny Draw and Sphere Kribos. But PDS is playing Lava Golem, showing the power of Lava Golem into Neos Fusion. So then we had the Meta Weekly afterward. We still have not had a tier list update. So this was after the Meta Weekly 69. People took notice. They noticed more people played Neos, so more than doubled. It went from 5 to 11. Meta Weekly 70 was the first Meta Weekly post-ban list, Dojo to 2, no Treacherous allowed. And then we had this deck, Weevil Amazon doing well. And how the hell did that do well? If we look at the full breakdown, what does well against Amazons? Ancient Gears. So people are like, they're checking out Neos. They're taking a break from 6 Sam. 6 Sam's also nerfed. People want to see if 6 Sam are still good. Coca Mira is also good. And people are also playing it with Neos. And with everyone being distracted by that, less and less people were playing Ancient Gears, which allowed Amazon to go to the top. So that's a big deal. Despite that, Lular, with the brand new way to play Destiny Draw, pretty much the same as Choo-Choo's deck. I guess that is kind of similar to PDS's build also. So you either pick an anti-meta card like Sazank or Blazeman as a good option to play in your deck, but Miracle Fusion is now summoning your newly added Elemental Hero Shining. I like the added Glyph. Glyph on summon, destroy a back row card. If not, send it to the graveyard with your Neos Fusion, and then you could follow up with a Miracle Fusion into a Great Tornado. The 6-card extra deck definitely helps out this deck. And then we got a tier list update after that. The tier list update after witnessing Choo-Choo plowed through everyone in Meta Weekly 69, and then more people playing Neos, and then Neos went from 5 to 11 overall to 7 in the top 32 breakdown. That is a great conversion. I think that's the best conversion out of any other deck, going from 11 to 7. So it is definitely performing very well, and that forced TPC to put Neos as tier 1. And some comments specifically just about Neos itself is Neos is proving itself as a tier 1 deck, having performed exceptionally well in tournaments and having generally good matchups across the board. That's 2 tournaments in a row. Low representation, but performing very well, and then more representation and also still performing very well post-ban list of 6 Sam. Now, 6 Sam was tier 0 in the Meta Weekly 69. Now we dropped it down to tier 1. Why? 6 Sam have received a consistency hit, which also removed Treacherous Trap Hole and Enemy Controller. Asceticism is the most consistent build, whilst dual wield builds swap out the extra consistency for extra disruption. Now, I did some math on stream. I will show you real quick. We're going to do the math. What happened with 6 Sam? Let's say if you go second with 6 Sam, you're going second, all right? You have Dojo. Before the nerf, you have 3 Dojo in your deck. You have a 60% chance to open up Dojo. That means more than half of your games, you're going to open up with at least one dojo, minimum, at least one. This is not opening up with one. It's opening up with 1, 2, or 3. That's a 60% chance. Now, with dojo being limited to 2, we go from opening up dojo going second, more than half of your games goes down to more than half of your games you were opening dojo. Now more than half of your games you're not opening dojo going second. That's it's a slight little tap nerf, but still that's a big deal. And also, Treacherous Trap Hole was a great card to deal with stall decks. You would get Floodgated. You would get Lava Golemed. Also against Neos Fusion. You needed Treacherous to destroy your own monsters, and now you can't play that. So that's a big deal right there. What about going first? If you go first with 6 Sams, you have a 36% chance. And if you had 3, then you had you had right about half of your games going first. A little bit more. Half of your games opening up a dojo, and now you're is much less consistent. 36% going first, 45% going second. So very interesting. Definitely, we're not in a tier 0 meta anymore. Tenma says this is not a tier 0 meta anymore. No. Coca Mira is the most flexible deck on the tier list because of the low number of core cards needed to make it function. The interesting things to look at are all 3 of these decks. We're going to look at 6 Sam. How is 6 Sam being built now? You can look at the deck type breakdown, which is automated based on the last few weeks of COG plus tournament decks. Automated sample deck. This is exactly how they're transitioning their 6 Sam deck. If you want to play 6 Sam still, it's looking like this. What I definitely have noticed here is that the recent addition of Uwu. If this attacks a defense position monster, destroy that monster before flipping it up. This is great because Sazank is on the rise. Sazank on flip is sending your Xian to the graveyard. You can't protect it with your Fuma. So, ooh, very good. Toolboxing into them with asceticism on your Kajiki or your Anishi. You get to summon this whenever. Or with this on the field, it could summon an Anishi. That is the new 6 Sam. Still tier 1, still very good. And then we have Neos. How is Neos being built? We saw Choo Choo, we saw Lular. How do we build it now? I think Lular is representing the top way to play it, so we'll look at it. Here's the deck type breakdown. This is so far the last few weeks. I think a few plus 2 weeks to this, and then it will truly form into how everyone's playing it. But this is basically a good sample way to play it. I like how we could highlight enemy controller, for example. Played at 0, 38%, played at 2, 19%, but the most played way of playing enemy controller is 44% of all the COG and tournament decks that are Neos. Now, the top sample deck is Lular. We just looked at that. This was the Meta Weekly. This is it, main. This is how you do it. Very nice. And if I were to look at the top decks page for even more ways, this is a very flexible deck. It's going to be very hard to decide on a core way to play it. So if we look at Neos, we could just open up this one and then use the arrow to move over to the next one. This looks similar to the Lular build, but instead of Blazeman playing Sazank, Feng Huang in the main, goddamn. 1 Miracle Fusion, mix it up with Miracle and Miracle Contact, Miracle Fusion. No Shining. You what, mate? He probably has not pulled Shining yet. That's okay. This tells you, for anyone that was about to say, do I need Shining to play the new way to play it? Nope, you don't need it. Very versatile. And you also don't need Sazank. Moving on to the next build. This is Stevie. Not playing Sazank, playing Blazeman instead. This is very similar to, are they all playing Destiny Draw, by the way? Destiny Draw. Destiny Draw. This is breaking news on how to play Neos. Moving on to PDS. We already saw his build. Let's move on to, okay, this is where it gets older. This is not the way to play it, but this is, you can get COG with this. This was April 24th. What I wanted to show you, I don't think it's submitted yet. This is why if you're in the Discord is always the most up-to-date way to play decks. I'm going to go to first place decklist channel. Most competitive players are chilling, posting their decks here because they're winning tournaments with it. This is the deck we just saw on the website. Surf. Okay, it's not on the website, but there you go. Surf is a further pushing. Sazank versus Blazeman. Interesting. Destiny Draw. Move on. Let's see some others. Autumn Leaf. God damn it. God damn it, Autumn Leaf. Oh my God. Autumn Leaf won 3 anytimes in a row with 3 different decks. That is 24 Dara. This is the last build I'm going to look at. Shiny Sophion with this. Not playing Lava Golem. So maybe you don't even need to play it, but does her side deck have it? No Lava Golem at all. Everyone's expecting Lava Golem. Maybe that's the time for her to not play it. Instead, she opted for the Cypher Soldier. And if you're going to play Miracle for Shining, adding a Glyph to play Great Tornado is a great addition. Love it. That's it for the Neos breakdown. And then what's going on with Coca Mira? Coca Mira tier 1 is changed up a bit on how to play it. There are 2 ways to play it. I think the main way to play it is with Kyber Bling, but there are 2 different Kyber Bling ways to play it. Look at this. It's, oh man, 41% are playing Neos Fusion. That's right. Neos Fusion being added to Coca Mira. Very nice. Kyber Bling, 81%. Do not, this is a true pay to win deck. Don't even bother. If you have 1 glossy diamond core, it is a 10% chance to get a glossy. This is from a big box. It's very expensive, but Raul Torres did very well with just a single diamond core copy of glossy. So you can do that definitely. Let's look at a Neos Fusion way to play this. Coca Mira, 1, 2, 3, 4. Are any of these playing Neos Fusion? Yes, they are. So here's a great recent example of Neos Fusion Coca Mira. If you want to pick that up with your Coca Mira deck, if you were lucky enough to have at least 1 glossy of Diamond Core, you could play this. Another build from Just Desserts. Neos Fusion with the Kyber Bling, 2 glossy. Whoa, this is super pay to win. Prismatic Diamond Core, because Prismatic is drawn over the glossy. And then Just Desserts again. Okay, wow, Just Desserts in an anytime tournament and in the Meta Weekly. It does deserve to be posted twice because that's 2 different events. Good job showing consistency. That is what's been going on with the tier 1 decks, how they've been changing, getting hit by the ban list, being newly released, upgraded by the new structure deck. Amazon's going down, Ancient Gear's going down. If Amazons go up, as we saw in the Meta Weekly, Ancient Gears will go up with it. What I saw in the giveaway tournament was that there was a lot of Ancient Gears. Ancient Gears does very well against Sazank. Ancient Gears do very well against Sphere Krebo. Ancient Gears do very well against Bacon Saver. Ancient Gears could sit on a single Reactor Dragon and not get Lava Golemed, and while dealing mass damage. That's what's really good about Ancient Gears right now. So do not be discouraged by them dropping Ancient Gears to tier 3. I think that Ancient Gears might go back up to tier 2 based off how the meta is. By dropping them to tier 3, that's going to force them into tier 2. Does that make sense? When you least expect them, when you're playing a bunch of Bacon and Sphere Krebo and Sazanks, that's when they come back. Because less people are playing Ancient Gears, more people are playing Amazon. So Amazon also goes up, which will also bring Ancient Gear to go back up because Ancient Gears does well against Amazon. So Ancient Gears is going to be yo-yoing up and down based off of the meta. A big surprise was Fur Hire. If you did not know, in the grand finals, Erickson lost game 1 with his Ancient Gear deck. Then game 2 and game 3, he won against Neos. Well, it was Neos Coca Mira. Coca Mira Neos. How the hell did he win with the furries? I'll tell you, it's all about Dyna, an inherent way to counter the meta. The meta is pretty much right now in the opponent's graveyard. You could count on it. They're going to have a Bacon Saver and a Neos Fusion. That means they're going to negate an attack and also be protected from battle and effect destruction on their Brave Neos, which will be 2600 attack. So what you do, you summon your Dyna, you search for it with Beat, you banish the Bacon Saver, you banish the Neos Fusion. So maybe we need to revisit Fur Hires. And I could tell you this right now, he probably stole so many games with Drowning Mirror Force. No one is expecting a Drowning. Brave Neos is not protected from a Drowning. We saw a Brave Neos and a Shining, both on the field, swing into a Drowning Mirror Force. It was nuts. The giveaway tournaments are great. They are a great representation of what a Casey Cup would look like, the top players, their mindset. So if Insano were to play in the Casey Cup, you could expect him to, have stall and then swap into Kyber Bling, Coca Mira Neos. And that Erickson would be swapping between Ancient Gear and his surprising Fur Hire deck. Big surprise factor. Any other surprises here? Brian with regular Ancient Gear, regular Amazon. Nyx. What the hell is this? Nyx would be playing his Deskbot deck all the way and then would be changing it up a little bit, adding some Mobius, adding some Jinzo, adding some Feng Huang. Top 4 with Deskbots. Very nice. D Prison is good against Brave Neos. The Neos Fusion does not protect from it. Wall of D is also great. Wall of D, Drowning, and D Prison are great against Brave Neos. Level 4 versus a dual wielding Xian. Level 4 wins. Level 4 on summon, attack in a Xian, go up to 5,000 attack by setting level 9, and then special summon 2 monsters on the field. It's nuts. It's crazy. Do not count out Deskbots. Just because new content has been released afterward, they're only a month old, they're still still relevant. They got staying power. And that has been your very quick meta update of what's been going on with the meta. This was completely random. I guess I could turn this into a YouTube video. Hopefully that was very informative. Let's get into gameplay now. Gameplay. You can let me know if you guys like stuff like that. I think most people here are just for the gameplay, and we probably a bunch of people dipped out because I was talking and not playing. I like analyzing the meta. I like talking about it. It's good stuff. Noble nuts. Let's do it. Let's get nutty. Let's nut on some fools.